The sugarcane aphid problem in Oklahoma has been probably the key pest that we've had to deal with since 2014.
People were scared to death because they didn't know what hit them.
Neighbors said, hey, we've got sugarcane aphid. And we said, well, what is that? Well, it sounds like it should only be in sugarcane.
It kind of came on us like gangbusters. We weren't prepared for it. We never seen anything quite like it.
Rude awakening when it came in, something that we were not prepared for, and was detrimental to our crop.
We were scrambling, and we got together with a team here at Oklahoma State and worked with the sorghum checkoff program and with the USDA NIFA program to put together kind of a longer term strategy to try and come up with answers through research.
When we started the test over here, there was not much information about sugarcane aphid.
When you're trying to catch a bandit, you want to track them back to the original crime scene. Oklahoma State University researchers had the perfect place to find sugarcane aphid answers. The Wes Watkins Agricultural Research and Extension Center near Lane.
The first time that sugarcane aphid was discovered was in Bryan County in the same area. So we assumed that if we planned everything down here, this would be the port of entry. And we were right. For the past 4 years, we have had all of our trials down here, and you bet your bottom dollar that we get insects.
So what I do is I sample a whole lot, and then we put it into a statistical model.
Jess has put a lot of Oklahoma miles on her car, checking sorghum fields in every corner of the state, including the Bolé sorghum in Noble County. So far, the research that she has helped collect has yielded information that is helping producers stay in front of this aphid and the damage that it causes.
We're going to have to do a whole lot of sampling before we can, with confidence, estimate their population density within a field.
I'm feeling a little more confident now that we've got answers, or at least we can provide suggestions and answers to producers so that they can more effectively manage the sugarcane aphid.
With the sugarcane aphid, a lot of people and producers in our area have eliminated it from their rotation because of that pest nuisance, and so I think maybe we'll see some people go back to it with some of the research that Oklahoma State's done.
We're joined now by Extension entomologist Tom Royer. And Tom, it looks like the research team accomplished quite a bit in a short amount of time.
We did. There was a lot of pressure on us, obviously, with the aphid coming in so heavy and fast. The producers needed answers right away, and so we started just trying to prioritize what we thought were the most important things. We're trying to identify what insecticides work the best, what varieties of sorghum could tolerate the aphid, and then we were able to start, as other questions came up, we were able to try and answer some of those questions, but we just had to get some of those baseline things done first.
Where are we this year? What's kind of the landscape, if you will?
We've had about 3 years of looking at insecticide products, and we're hoping that maybe some of the companies will, that we found maybe some of their products work pretty well, that they'll pursue registration, but we have at least identified a couple products that work pretty well. We've definitely worked a lot on identifying varieties and sorghum lines that are tolerant to the aphid, and so we're a lot more comfortable with that, and I think the producers in the state have switched over to a lot of those that they know are going to be less susceptible to the aphid. So now we're getting into some other things. You know, down south it was really important for them to look at insecticide seed treatments. We didn't know if they would work up here, and so after a couple of years it's like, well, let's take a look and see if they benefit our producers up here. And so we've done that. Then we started getting questions from some of the producers of forage sorghum, that stuff that grows this tall, and they don't have as much support for getting research. So we are at least trying to look at how those forage varieties tolerate the aphid and how to control it. One of the things that's for us is important is we know that getting good thorough coverage to the crop is important for controlling the aphids, and it's a much more of a challenge with forage sorghum as it is with short grain sorghum like this. So we're going to start looking at that. We actually we actually have a research project looking at that this year.
So this will, the questions will just evolve, and the
yes.
research will follow suit?
Yes, yes. We're all in the business of answering questions that producers generate and trying to come up with answers for them and solutions. This January, we're going to be meeting in in St. Louis from all the Southeast entomologists, and we'll get together and exchange ideas and exchange what we learned this year.
Well, as you come up with solutions, of course, we're happy to pass it along to the producers of Oklahoma.
Good.
Tom, thanks for your time today.